pray.
Hey. First words we're getting here, dress up and pray.
Dress up and pray.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jack Austin. This is Across America. With me, as always, Robert Lambe.
Finally, somebody says my name the correct way.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I looked that up at...
a lot of people just say lamb.
Yeah.
And it's just like so, like, you know, it's so blunt. It's not that...
If you find Rob's profile on JDate, it goes into explicitly how you're supposed to say the last name.
Yeah. It's got the little asterisk above the silent E.
Lambe with an accent over it.
Yeah, that's it.
So, most exciting news, we have a special guest.
Special guest.
Woo!
Hi.
Hello.
We have one of our talented voice actresses that I'm sleeping with.
Oh, tell us more.
She happens to be my wife.
I do. I am.
Boring.
I do. I am. She's
I thought I was about to get saucy.
She's also my life coach.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. That's not real. This is episode 14.
Yeah.
Which, by dating standards,
as
Pretty
in,
serious.
you've gotten pretty serious.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So if
With
you
the
were, dating this podcast, see if you liked it. See if you want to take it home to meet your parents.
Well, 14... I mean, are we going by like how many months this has come out, or just 14
dates.
in general?
14 dates. Yeah.
I moved in with her.
14.
We're moved in. We're living
moved
together.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You live with Across America with Jack Austin, Robert Lamb. And just on this 14th special occasion episode, I don't know why it's a special occasion.
Special occasion.
We have Megan.
Just because I happen to be here, that's the only reason.
Yeah, she had to drop me off before
We
soccer
didn't invite
practice.
you. You were just like, I got to be there, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm showing up.
I'm here, so I'm on the mic, nerds.
She flipped
left.
us off when she did that, too.
Yeah, she did.
I
Right
did.
after she called us nerds.
Exactly.
I thought it was kind of rude, but kind of badass, too.
She's not polite. No.
Okay.
No, I'm really, truly
Yeah,
not.
rude. Anyway, last we left young Robert and Tony.
There's a dog outside.
Did you hear that?
I think that was a dog.
Or
That sounded like a
somebody
weird dog.
coughing.
Wow. This is turning into a night of too many stars.
There's too
We
many
have
guests
me,
today.
Robert, Megan, and a
And
dog.
Jeez.
This
studio is not that big.
No, it's not. And little Wolfer's over there looks like he needs some water, or we're going to have a lot of interruptions.
Yeah, that's what we want to hear. Our dog
No,
slurping.
I'm just kidding.
No. Okay, you were setting us up. or
I
setting
was
me
trying
up
to
for-
set you up before I was rudely interrupted by our canine companion.
Yeah.
Last we left you guys had just entered the state of Georgia.
Yeah. You always do this every time. You know, you did this one time, and my friend was like, I was listening, and he's like, I thought I skipped like a bunch of episodes because all of a sudden you were in Missouri. And I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Jack just does that every time.
So no, I think you just got to Idaho. We were about
no,
to
actually,
dive
we're
into
not.
Idaho.
We're not in Idaho. Yet.
well, that's what I'm saying.
We'll
Right.
probably get to Idaho in this
Just
episode.
the tip,
Just the tip of Idaho.
not tons of Idaho.
No, but we're gonna go like full fisted into Idaho. soon.
Yeah,
Oh.
for sure.
Yeah.
Idaho. If you're
getting
listening from Idaho, you're about to get penetrated by Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But only for a little while.
yeah. Go on, man.
Okay.
Go on.
Anyways, no, you know what I wanted to mention last time is when my wheels broke. I forgot to mention that there was a time where before I got the dolly cart thing, we stopped at this hardware store, and they were like, I asked them, I was like, is there something I can use to maybe fix this wheel because I don't have any spare wheels right now, and they gave me tape. So I was like, I don't know if this is going to work, but I took the tape and I wrapped it around the broken wheel repeatedly for like
Right.
a long
You
time
just
until
used
it
a whole
built up.
roll of
Yeah,
tape?
until it built up to like a wheel. And then I used it and it worked for about an hour and then melted. And I was like, I guess I'm carrying my backpack.
Yeah.
Was this like Scotch tape or
No, it was like a heavy
Hold on a
duty
second.
kind of
The Bark
more
Brigade.
dogs. Yeah.
The Bark Brigade had something to say on the subject. Sorry, go ahead.
It was like
Well,
four
no, I was
dogs.
just. I'm kind of handy, so I was thinking you could have taken the roll of Scotch tape and used it as a wheel.
Well, no, it was like an electrical tape. They
Oh,
said it was
gotcha.
going to be like good enough though.
They
I
lied.
was like, well, I'll try it out. It
It's
didn't.
rubber on hot cement. sounds
Yeah, so it didn't. It like ended up melting like within an
They just
hour.
made the sale for you.
Yeah.
They just sold you
They're
that
just
tape
like,
and
yes,
said,
we've been
"Get
trying
out."
to sell that one roll for so long. No one comes through this town to buy electrical tape.
And
So
I've got to go ahead and say, I got to commend you because I see these advertisements come out for the podcast on Facebook and Twitter and all that.
Yeah.
And I think your advertisement for the last episode was, see what happened when Robert's wheel broke.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, buddy.
Hey, I got to keep it spiced up.
Rein it in.
You know what I mean? I got to spice it up, but not give too much away.
I'm going to start doing these and just lie so much. Special guest Samuel L. Jackson.
Hey, man, if you could land him.
If we get a cease and desist, that's a whole episode.
Yeah.
Jack, give us your best Samuel L. Jackson.
No. I refuse.
It's
I
too
respect
much
the man too much.
Too much cursing?
Yeah, too much.
All right.
Anyway, so you've just left Idaho. You're entering Missouri.
No, hold on. Okay, Barbara, your Aunt Barbara. Not really
Barbara.
Jack's aunt, but he pretends it is.
She's my aunt.
Yeah, we ended up staying with this lady off of Couchsurfing, and we stayed with her for 2 days. And she bought us food, and it was in Spokane, which is right next to Idaho. Like, we knew we only had like a day or two, and then we were going to be in a new state. So we're like, oh, let's do another rest day, because we did those a lot. And we just
I was going to say, we're a month in. You've already lost one person,
and
you're
resting a lot,
taking a lot of rest
a lot
days.
of breaks.
Hey man, let's just hang out.
I figure like eventually we would just hit a spot, and we'd just be like, you know what? Let's live here.
Let's live here
this
forever.
Is it. This is our new home.
Right. And it did not end up in the back of that convenience store.
No. Although that would have been a nice spot.
Nice dude and Asian wife.
Yeah. Yeah. You know their names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Nice
you bring them up
Asian
a lot.
Hey, how else am I supposed to
I'm
describe
Professor
them?
Nice Dude. This is my wife.
Asian wife.
Asian wife Esquire. She's a lawyer. We just run this convenience store as a front.
Hey. They also ran a gas station, too. So.
Oh, that's right. Gas station / convenience store. I mean, literally.
And they had a house over there.
They're at the pinnacle of life.
I would think so. I mean, they owned pretty much that town, because there was, I mean, maybe like 2 other houses in that town.
I wonder if they ever tried to intimidate people.
Like to not come through their town? Like
well,
a Wild West situation?
You know what I mean? Like somebody moves in and they go, listen,
this
if
town
you want 2 for $2, 50 Mountain Dews, you're going to make sure.
I assume they do the thing where you go to like another store, buy the stuff from the store, then go stock up your store. Isn't that like a thing that some people do? I mean, I don't know if it's legal.
And then upsell it?
Yeah.
That's not legal. You got to set your prices by your distributors, but...
Right, but I think that's what... I've heard like people like in small towns, small convenient... Not everybody, I'm not stereotyping, but I've heard that before.
We do have a convenience store in our neighborhood.
Do you?
And,
you
it's
get
like...
a can of spaghetti sauce for like $8.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it's
like, you need a jar of spaghetti sauce? Yeah, that'll be $400.
Yeah, well, it's a deep neighborhood, so it's either drive 16-minute round trip to get a can of sauce or jar of sauce, or you spend $8 and...
I've heard that that's like a thing, like where people, people would go, they'd go and buy like a bunch of like 2-liter sodas, but then sell them for more at their store.
Yeah, Chef Boyardee isn't coming in to check very often on...
You mean they're not stopping in every convenience store across the country?
Hey, I see you're selling canned goodness for $1.49. It's supposed to be $1.
Rubbing his chin.
Not rubbing his chin. That's weird.
Is that what the chef sounds like?
No, but that's
the
what
Italian
the Italian mobster that
the Italian mobster
looks
chef.
into.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of the name. What does John Travolta call himself in
Chef Boyardee?
Shylock.
Oh, what?
A Shylock. He's
What's
a
that?
Shylock. It's a collector.
Okay. From what?
Get Shorty.
Okay,
Get Shorty.
okay.
a collector.
I thought you meant
things.
like in real life, because he's like a Scientologist, so maybe he was like a Shylock.
I don't dare.
I don't know.
say-
I don't know how Scientologists. I don't know how that works. I'm not making
All I
fun of it.
know-
I just don't know. I thought maybe there's Shylocks.
All I know is you've said too much.
Okay.
Robert.
Probably.
So if this podcast ends abruptly, you've
were shut down from the-
you've gone to meet L. Ron Hubbard in person.
Cool. I hope he signs my book.
We're Roll Tide.
Okay.
So,
Anyway, so we stayed with Barbara for a little bit. She does like the couch surfing all the time, so we stayed there. We asked if we could stay an extra day for a rest day, and she's like, "Yeah, sure." She drove us around like Spokane to show us things and took us to a park. I went down a slide because I'm young at heart.
No, you didn't do that.
I really did do that. I really did go down a slide.
Hey, Barb, if you don't mind, stop it. That looks like a really bitchin' slide.
I didn't ask her to stop. She said, "Let's go to the park. I want to show you this park." And they had a slide, and Tony was like, "Let's go down the slide." I agreed.
So Tony was the fun lover.
I think so. I think it was his idea. Maybe it was Barbara's. I don't remember. But I just know we both went down a slide.
Either way, you guys went jettisoning down a child's toy.
Well, now I know what I'm going to title this one.
Robert
and
goes
like
down
how I'm
the
going to
slide.
spice it up.
Yeah.
In this episode, Robert goes down a slide.
Now, the fact, all we know as the listener is that the slide exists.
Right.
And that it's in the state of Washington.
Oh,
We
I
don't
have
know.
a picture of it, though.
We don't know. Oh, okay, good.
I do have, there's
As
proof.
long as there's photo evidence.
I just don't, like, because I'm not one of those guys that goes around just saying, like, guys, I went down a slide, and then you're
Guys.
like, is that true?
Hey,
And
gang.
I don't want it to get, like, I want to prove it.
I held up my hand like a badge. I don't know why you guys couldn't see it. Like I was flashing my badge of me going down a slide. Here you go, ma'am.
There you go.
That's me.
I thought that was your phone. Like, you took a picture and then, like, showed him your phone.
Wow. No, my brain doesn't think like that.
See, what's great about this episode is we're getting so far ahead in the walk.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
Oh, yeah.
We still haven't left Barbara's house.
Everybody's going to be like, God, why doesn't that Jack guy shut up and let him tell the freaking story?
Whatever.
Go ahead, babe.
Yeah. Who are you talking to?
You.
Okay.
He doesn't call me babe.
No.
Something else. Honey bunches.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. Mind your damn business.
All right, my bad.
Anyway, sir, about your walk across the country.
So yeah, so after we left Barbara's, we hopped onto I-90, and actually before we left Barbara's, she drove us to the post office because my friend who works at the movie theaters over here was sending us like movie tickets, and she's like, how do I send you movie tickets? We're like, we'll go to a movie if we ever hit a city or whatever. So she's like, oh well, I'll send you movie tickets, like I have a bunch of free ones. So I'm like, okay. So she mailed them to us, but she didn't know how to mail PO box. Like it was just supposed to, like, they were going to hold it for us. So Barbara drove us to the post office, but they didn't have it, so I had to like redirect which I've never done, like redirect it to Coeur d'Alene, which was in Idaho. And I'm just like, well, I hope it gets here and then gets there within a week because we'll be there in a week. Well, some free movie tickets, if not, whatever.
Right.
So, anyways.
Now, what's popular in the movie theaters right now? Did you ever go see a movie?
When? Yeah, we did.
So that's what I'm saying.
That.
Sorry, not now.
That's why I set it up. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. Please, I'm so sorry. Continue.
What? No, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, what movies were popular during this time during the walk?
I know the movie that we ended up seeing was This Is the End. Like, you know that one? The Seth Rogen.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great, but it's good.
Well, because like I'm a huge movie buff, and I used to go to the movies all the time. So like not
Yeah.
going to the movies for a week or a month and a half was like the hardest part of this walk.
Was the hardest part not watching movies?
Not watching movies.
Got it.
It was draining.
For those of you who went through the snow episodes, where it was unlivable for him to keep walking because he would have lost
if I
life
could have
and
watched
limb.
a movie.
It was more important that he get to see Mrs. Doubtfire 2.
Oh man, I wish.
Starring Carrot Top.
Oh my god.
Because Robin
That
wouldn't
would
sign on to
probably-
the next one.
Nah, dude, come on, that would go straight to video. Anyways, so we left, and actually the next day, I think we hit the Idaho-Washington border. It was nighttime. We're like, let's just camp out here. So we camped out
Another
next
rest.
day in Idaho.
Nice.
Yeah.
How did it go? How did it go?
Idaho
Yeah.
went well.
Good.
You mean
We'll
like
get there.
the whole state? I mean, no. I honestly.
You know what is really bad is people aren't going to know what to expect from this podcast.
Not if they're
Because-
jumping in here, but go ahead.
Right, they're jumping in here, but because Robert's prep and walk across Washington has taken 14 episodes
No, I know.
for us to get here.
Yeah.
So pretty soon we're going to be through Idaho, and I don't think you're in Idaho for very long.
No, I think Idaho is going to be maybe 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah,
It'll probably
then-
be the end of this and maybe one more.
And then
episode.
you're in Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. A lot of people don't know. They're
Washington,
right next to each
Idaho,
other.
Florida Panhandle.
Yeah, you hit right into it.
Couple, whatever.
Couple miles. That's it.
Turns out that flying a plane was not against the rules for the walk.
No, yeah, that's something I should have stated earlier.
specified.
Was that we hitchhiked the rest of the way?
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding. That's a joke, people. Don't turn it off.
Yeah.
Don't turn it off.
Nope, walked the entire way.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we hit Idaho, we were at the very top. You know that little neck part where it's really small?
Yeah, the really thin part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were in it for a week. Like it was maybe like a little over a week. We walked through it, just followed I-90, but it's like a lot of winding mountain highway, a lot
Yeah.
of scenic views though. It's like really beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm being sincere about that because I have no idea what to expect from Idaho.
Right.
When
it's like
you think
Washington,
Idaho, all
just
you
to the
think of
right.
is potatoes.
Right, yeah,
honestly.
Didn't
So-
see any of those.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But in Montana, we did see a dildo on the highway.
Ooh,
perfect.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this.
That was a cool sight. It was dildos.
It's a cool sight, he said.
cool sight. Oh, look, a dildo.
It was not
Hold
only
on
that,
a second.
no,
Wait, question. Did you take a picture? Because I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Let's find out more about
I have
Robert.
a picture of
Let's
the
find
dildo.
out more about
I did not
Robert
post
here.
it to my blog, but I have it.
Let's find out more about Robert here. How
Yeah.
far away were you before you realized it was a dildo?
I think when I turned it over in my hands, I could really tell. I was like, this is not something natural.
You know, the texture in my hands and mouth really alluded to the fact that this
I
was
thought
a
this
dildo.
was a real penis,
Right.
but it wasn't. So I put it down and walked my way out.
I just love the idea of the realization of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Like I see young Robert walking across the country,
Young Robert, 3 years
dildo in
ago.
his hands, and taking 5 or 6 seconds before he goes, "This is a dildo."
No.
Was there any special coloring to it?
No, it was penis colored. it was just beige.
Let's talk.
I mean,
let's-
listen, all I did was I
beige,
turned it
folks.
into the local law enforcement.
Good.
They said, "Thank you, sir. We were looking for this."
Sir.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Solved the case for them. Yeah.
Hey Johnson, guess we can close the books on case of the missing dildo. Fuck's sake. Sorry. But seriously, I just, 5-10 seconds in your hand, you're like, oh my God, it's a dildo. And then realizing the purpose of that thing and where it must have been.
You never know. It could have been new. Never used.
It's
Jack is
clearly been
staring
used. It's
intently right
it's on the road.
You know,
in Idaho.
And like not
Montana.
Listen, this was I don't
is
want
a
to jump.
Montana
I don't
dildo.
want to jump ahead,
Yeah.
but this was in Montana. In Montana, the only things on the side of the road in Montana
Or dildos.
dildos, bees, dead bee, a lot of dead bees,
Wait a minute.
and
Hold on.
needles,
Montana.
Like
If
drug
you're
needles?
drug needles.
If
yeah,
anyone in Montana is listening, I need you to respond to this allegation because I
Drive
want you
down
to
the
know.
road.
I want you to know that one passerby has been through your state and listed what he found on the road, and number one on the list was dildo.
yeah.
Montana, step up for yourself.
Well,
here,
I'm
please.
just saying that I walked along through a lot of states, and only one state did I find a dildo. So
And
He's
drug
like,
needles.
and
in
a
the
lot
same
of
state.
needles.
He's
yeah.
like, whatever, man. Dildos, bees, and hypodermic needles.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
welcome to Montana, big sky.
Welcome to Montana. Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Turns out what you found on the road is a lot was found in Joe Montana's apartment.
Really? That explains a lot.
I'm just kidding, Joe. You're the man.
Yeah.
But seriously, enough
Cease
with
and
the
desist.
dildos.
Okay, yeah, let's scroll back a little bit
let's
to
go back to Idaho.
Idaho. Before we got onto
Land
all
of
the crazy
land
stuff.
of the free.
Yeah. No, honestly, like not much happened in Idaho. When we got to Coeur d'Alene, which was the only big city we hit in Idaho, we ended up staying there. But that was the day that we saw the movie. We were like, oh, let's go see if we can see the movie. And actually, we got into Coeur d'Alene when it was like, I don't know, it had to be like 4:30, maybe 4:40, something like that.
Yeah.
And the post office closed at 5, and it was on a Friday. So I'm like, dude, if we want these free tickets, because we were like, let's rest, because we walked for like 5 days, and or like 4 days or something like that, and we're like, let's rest and see a movie tonight in Coeur d'Alene, since we're not going to hit another city or town for a while afterwards. So we're like, okay, but we got to Coeur d'Alene when the post office was about to close, and we still had like 2 miles to go. And Tony's like, oh man, we're not going to make it. Like, what are we going to do? And I'm like, I don't want to sit here for 3 days. Like, we're just going to have to leave the tickets or whatever.
And at this point, you don't have wheels on your backpack yet either.
No, but what I did was I was like, screw this. Why don't you stay here with the backpacks, and I'll run to the post office right now. It's 2 miles. I can run. I can make it. And I had a
Bless you.
huge.
Well, why would they
blister.
pay $8 a movie ticket when they were free, only a couple miles away?
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm just, but we're not going into the psychological aspect of it.
don't
He's
read
been
too much
walking-
into it.
He's been walking for 5 days,
And now he's
nonstop.
gonna, he's gonna track it.
man?
I got to see this movie.
He starts writing, this is for Seth Rogen. Fuck. And just starts hoofing it.
I had the horrible blister too. I had the big blister.
Yeah,
on me.
imagine how much
So, like-
suspicion jumped up for that town.
Well-
These guys have been walking towards us for a while. One of them's running.
Yeah. I ran. Listen, I ran, and I got there with 1 minute left. And when I walked into the post office, the lady was like closing down the desk, and I go, "Oh, can I just check to see if I have a package?" She's like, "No, it's 5. We're closed." No. And I'm like, hold on, please. Like, can you just see if it's here? I'm like, I just ran here, and she's like, "I'm sorry, it's 5 o'clock."
Oh
and I'm like,
my God.
"You're a You're a bitch.
You said that
I didn't
to her?
say that. I was like, are you serious? I'm like, I just ran. I'm walking across the country, and we're walking through. I'm like, can I please? And she's like, listen, that's the rules. And she just walked away. And I was like, you motherfucker. So I walked around, and I saw another guy working, and I went to him, and I'm like, hey, like, that lady just won't let me see. I'm like, can you just see if I don't even know if the package is here, just to see if they're here. And he's like, all right, yeah, I'll check for you. He's like, we're not supposed to, but I'll check. I'm like, thanks. I'm like,
He's just covering
Is
for
it federal law not to check the mail?
I
after
don't
5
know.
PM?
I was like, it was like exactly 5. I'm like, I'm in the building. It's not like I was outside either. I was in the
Lock the
building.
door.
I'm
if you
like,
don't want
listen, lady,
customers.
I've been
Yeah.
walking across this damn country trying to make
Let
it to
me
your
see a movie.
stupid freaking mail, your post office.
Yeah.
I've walked so many miles, and I just ran 2 of them to get here.
Yep.
And you want to tell me that your Gams and your Diet Coke can't wait?
Apparently, they couldn't. So luckily, the guy checked, but unluckily, the tickets didn't
Weren't
arrive.
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
So I was like, all right, I just ran here for nothing. So I ended up like going outside and like resting for a little bit before I like walked
Started
back
walking
to like,
back to Tony.
walked back to Tony. And then he met me halfway because he kept walking like with my backpack too and stuff. So then eventually we were just like, all right, screw it. Let's just pay the money. Like we were trying to save money for like just mostly food and stuff. But
Yeah.
we're like, screw it. Let's just go see a movie. We haven't seen a movie for like the whole time we've been out here, and we kind of wanted to rest. So
That must have been terrible.
no, it was great. So then we went and saw This Is the End, and then at night we didn't know where to camp, so we just camped out
In the
right
theater.
like near the theater. But it was like on this like jogging trail along Lake
Where people get
Coeur
killed.
d'Alene. Yeah, apparently that's where a lot of people get stabbed and stuff. It's along jogging trails.
Be happy that you weren't here for the clown episode.
Oh yeah, we talked about killer clowns.
Yeah, and what people would do if said killer clown approached them in the night.
Okay, honestly, not to really get into it, but wouldn't you be scared if you were camping out on the side of the highway and you saw clowns, like at 1 a.m, you got woken up to like footsteps and you opened your tent and you just saw clowns in the distance?
Petrified.
Yeah.
Absolutely petrified.
Yeah.
I'll have to like go back and listen to it and see how you felt about it, babe.
They would be ready to die.
He said he would go out there with like a knife and
Listen,
like
clowny.
yeah, and start talking to them and stuff.
Yeah,
I think I would just pack my shit and
I would too.
welcome. You guys can have the woods. I'm gonna go.
I
down
would
this way.
pack my shit too, but I
Right.
would also say the closer you come is the closer you come to meeting Clown Jesus.
Yeah.
Because one of y'all's coming with me. Figure it out. Anyway, doesn't matter.
No, I know. We
Idaho,
talked about that, yeah.
dildos to come.
Right.
There's
I mean-
pictures of that. We will get the picture of the dildo up on the blog site.
I don't know about that, but go ahead. Go ahead. But sure.
I'm making
If
false
this
promises.
Gets, if it gets so many likes, you will see the dildo picture.
There you go. I'll upload it to Twitter.
Yeah. So if you
Hashtag dildo.
tweeted us hashtag dildogate
Oh God, don't do that.
or hashtag,
At Seven Lamb Productions. hashtag dildo.
at Seven Lamb Productions
Podcast.
hashtag dildo Tana
Yeah, there you go.
or Mondildo.
Mondildo.
Mondildo or Dildo Tana. We'll get that picture up there.
Any of those combinations will do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get you a roadside roast and dildo fresh off of Robert's Walk.
Yeah, I took it with me.
None of
my
that's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, he packed it up. He made Tony carry the dildo though.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I had to carry the peanut butter and
no,
stuff.
no.
So might as well carry that.
that'd be weird. All right, so that being said, which we said a lot,
Right.
this podcast is brought to you by Seven Lamb Productions.
Yep.
Why don't you tell us
Oh God, you're gonna there you
where
go.
they can find this wonderful information? Go over everyone in intimate detail, please.
Is that a joke?
No.
Okay, www.7, as in the number, 7lamb, LAMB.com.
Yep.
Can also find him at facebook.com/7, as in the number, Lamb, LAMB podcasts, PODCASTS. Do I have to spell all these? Okay.
No, you don't.
I mean, some
We know.
people.
I know.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
Sometimes.
How do you
Also,
spell podcast?
Well, sometimes they might just put podcast singular and
I don't know,
it's podcast
man. I'd
plural.
be like, I don't know, man. How'd you get here?
That's true. They search for it.
also found it on Twitter at 7 as in the number, Lamb podcasts, all one word, I suppose.
Sure.
Yep, all one word.
Email, you want that out there?
Yeah,
All
sure.
of it.
7 as in the number as well. I'm saying this for a reason, folks. 7lampodcast@gmail.com. And last but not least, blogtalkradio.com/7 as in the word.
Yeah, there you go. SEVEN.
SEVEN, lamb, as in one word. And that's where you'll find it.
Or you can find Robert at 7 Lambe, grinder.net.
Yeah, grinder.net.
JDate.com.
Grinder.edu.
Yeah, it's educational.
You guys, I just hit the table a lot harder than I should have.
Yeah,
I
probably
did not think
cracked.
it was going to do that. But seriously, guys, I love you so much. I love you and I miss you every day. Thank you for listening. No, not you guys, the listeners.
Oh, I thought you missed
Oh,
us.
yeah.
My folks in Montana that are going to hit me back about Dildo Gate. I love you guys. Bye.
This has been a 7 Lamb production.